Good afternoon everyone, myself Vishana Sharkar. I am from New Integrated Government School. Today I am here to discuss about the need for stronger women's voices in India's development agenda. In recent years, India has made significant strides in increasing women's participation in political and public spheres. Women have risen to prominent political positions, from serving as lawmakers and ministers to assuming leadership roles in various sectors. Yet, despite these advances, the voices of women in India's development discourse remain underrepresented and at times muted. As India marches toward its ambitious developmental goals, it is imperative that the voices of women, especially those from marginalized and rural communities, be louder, clearer, and more influential than ever before. Now, about the current landscape. While India boasts a considerable number of women legislators in the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, the reality is that women's representation in elected offices does not always translate into meaningful empowerment. Women constitute roughly 14% of the Lok Sabha members, a number that lags behind other nations, reflecting a systematic underrepresentation of women in decision-making positions. Furthermore, many of the policies aimed at advancing women's rights and welfare often fail to include women's perspective, leading to a disconnect between policy objectives and the lived realities of women on the ground. India's recent commitment to gender parity in politics through efforts such as the proposed Women's Reservation Bill holds great promise. However, the conversation around gender equality must go beyond mere members. We must shift from token representation to ensuring the women's voices are central in shaping policy decisions that impact them most. Now I am going to discuss about the importance of women-centric development. Women make up half of India's population, yet they continue to face challenges that hinder their full participation in the socio-economic, cultural and political sphere. Issues like gender-based violence, lack of access to quality education, inadequate health care, wage disparities, and underrepresentation in high-level decision-making positions are pervasive and deeply rooted in societal norms. For India to achieve sustainable and inclusive development, it is essential to address these issues by placing women's needs and concerns at the heart of policy discussions. A women's perspective can bring a transformative approach to a range of issues, whether it is education, healthcare, poverty alleviation, or climate change. For instance, women often bear the brunt of climate change, from water scarcity to natural disaster, yet their voices are rarely heard in environmental policymaking. Integrating women in the decision-making process ensures that policies are not only inclusive but also more effective in addressing the specific challenges women face. Thank you so much.